Finally, after what often felt like the world's longest cold spell, at least around here, air conditioning season is back. If they're not already, your customers will be showing up in various cars and trucks with various complaints about a wide range of AC systems. Is your shop ready to get their systems operating properly? Today, we're here to talk about AC refrigerants, specifically why R444A is a universal refrigerant and a direct replacement for R1234YF. Are you up to speed in your shop? You will be. You're listening to Shop Owner Solutions. Hi again, everyone. My name is Doug Kaufman. I'm editor of Shop Owner Magazine. Shop Owner Solutions has been created to help throw a lifeline to shop owners, helping you understand that the struggles you're facing are not unique. There are a lot of others swimming in the same pool of confusion, and many of us have the same questions. Today's episode is sponsored by Orbia Floor and Energy Materials, a business unit of Orbia. Orbia is a global manufacturer of refrigerants, including Klea 134A, that's been in use for more than 30 years. Now they've developed two next-generation refrigerants, Klea Edge 444A and Klea 456A, both composite blends that are a direct replacement for R1234YF and R134A, respectively. Both are available now on the market. My guests today are Chuck Abbott, Global Marketing with Orbia, and Adam Kimmel, Business Development for Orbia. Gentlemen, welcome and thank you for joining me today.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug. Appreciate it.
Adam, now, we spoke earlier, and I said it in the intro, 440A, 444A, 444A, however we're going to say it, is a universal refrigerant. What do you mean by that?
So with everything that refrigerants and thermal management systems are having to do, from performance, from regulatory compliance, from an availability, one molecule just isn't enough anymore. And so 444A was really developed as the best of all worlds. From a performance standpoint, it gives about 10% better performance over the incumbent refrigerants like 1234YF. From a safety standpoint, it's better than natural refrigerants like CO2, which operates at a very high pressure, or propane, which has very high flammability. From a safety standpoint, it's A2L, mild flammable, and from a regulatory standpoint, it's really ready for future potential regulations by having very low TFA production when it breaks down in the atmosphere. It's better for EVs and heat pumps through the performance characteristics. It has a very, very low boiling point, and that high performance on the top end makes it good for heat pump and for AC systems. So it really offers the opportunity for one refrigerant to serve every purpose that we can ask of it.
Yeah. So it sounds perfect, right? It's ideal for everything. Chuck, exactly,
absolutely.
right?
Well, in addition to that, technicians and shops can use existing tools such as vacuum pumps and scales and such to retrofit, because the first activity around these new refrigerants is going to be to retrofit existing systems to the new refrigerants. So recovering and recycling is not going to be done for a few years. So just simple tools, again, gauge manifold sets, scale, vacuum pump, that's all you need to get into the game. Later on, a few years down the road, recovery and recycling will become important, and we have standards development going on right now, and we have a number of tool and equipment manufacturers who are preparing for that day. So when ready, that will become available. R444A is also compatible with today's systems, so we call it a direct replacement. It is compatible with the oils. It's compatible with the heat exchangers, the compressor. As a matter of fact, it uses less energy, so the compressor doesn't run quite as much using 444 while providing equal or better cooling. So it's pretty amazing stuff. And then price. We are expecting that the price for 444A to be about 20% less than that of YF. Price and performance, it's a winner.
It is a winner. That sounds like the things that shop owners want to hear. But when it comes to new technology, a lot of times they've got two questions on their mind. Price, obviously, number one. Availability, number two. Talk about the the availability and cost when it comes to 444A versus 1234 YF?
So price-wise, we just kind of mentioned it, but we're coming to the market about 20% less than that of YF. Now, we can't really control what happens, through the distribution, but that's how we're setting it up. That's how we're programming it into the system. But with the performance advantage, even a 10% less price, given the new better performance, is still a worthwhile value proposition. So that's what's going on with price. So when are we going to see it?
Well, availability-wise, EPA is going to likely publish their SNAP 27 rule, which will include both 444A and 456A for service this year. We expect that in the summer. It's also made of commercially available building block pieces. It's a composite refrigerant, so the supply chain is very mature. So the likelihood that there's an issue with sourcing and getting it is very low because these are commonly available building blocks used to make the refrigerant. So we expect this summer it'll be everywhere.
Okay. You mentioned the manufacturing, how it's made. Stick a pipe in the ground and get the 444A out? How? I know you guys have a mine. Explain to our listeners what that means. I think a lot of people might expect, oh yeah, you stick a pipe in the ground and out comes the gas and it goes into a can that I can then put into my customers' cars.
There is no such refrigerant like that.
If only that were the case, right?
Oftentimes you hear natural refrigerants,
right?
CO2 and propane and ammonia referred to as natural refrigerants. Well, in order to turn anything into a refrigerant, there is processing.
Okay.
So in our case, we're processing fluorine. And Adam, why don't you tell us how fluorine's...
Well, yeah. So we have a fluorine mine in Mexico, and it's we're vertically integrated. The fluorine comes as kind of a rock material, fluorospar. It's mined and then it's refined a few process steps in our facility there, and then it's shipped off to our plant in St. Gabriel, Louisiana, to be made into refrigerant. And so, because of that vertical integration, we control the supply chain, and we can also help with development of different ways to use that in different blend components.
Yeah. And not that we have to necessarily know the process of taking a rock and creating a gas.
Right.
And you mentioned too, there really isn't a natural source of a refrigerant. Right. Do our readers or our listeners need to know any of the how to understand the what and the why? No,
they don't. The common components between what they're currently using today and what is in 444A and 456 make it seamless, really. That they don't really have to think about, is this refrigerant going to do something safety-wise? Is it going to change the way the system operates? Is it going to harm the compressor? These things these refrigerants were designed to be, direct replacement, compatible with everything going on. So from that standpoint, they can bring them in. We do heavily suggest and recommend that they keep the refrigerants separate from their existing refrigerants. And that's actually economically wise as well, because 134A is going up in price. You already know YF is expensive. So why would you want to blend other refrigerants into those existing and devalue those refrigerants?
It's interesting.
Yeah.
So training wise for the operator who's doing service, there really isn't that much that they need to learn on how
they
to
already
do
know
it.
how.
Okay.
They already know how.
Yeah, the tools and components exist today. I mean, the nice part about the way that we formulate composite refrigerants is that we use existing everything, the tools and pieces to make sure that these refrigerants are familiar to everyone. They know how to use them already. They're going to get the benefits while doing things like they've always done.
So if our readers and listeners, viewers want to know more about our 444A, or we didn't even touch on it, our 456A, how would they go about getting more information? What's the
Well, let's start with
sources?
let's start with our website. So we've just launched a new website, www.orbia-FEM, Floor and Energy Materials. That's what FEM stands for. .com. And it will allow you to research, look at a lot of materials that we've developed out there, technical data sheets. If you're interested in pressure temperature charts, then we can
how
give
deep
you,
do you want to go?
or if you just want to watch a video of Adam and I, playing around at Apex with a very expensive car, we can do that too.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I also will note that there are training organizations, national training organizations, such as NAPA, Autotech, that have adopted our curriculum for the 2026 season and will be providing education to our technicians.
Can you talk a little bit about what that curriculum looks like, what they would learn, what they would be going through?
Yeah, so a little bit about the refrigerants, and educating them on what the refrigerants are, what they're, how they will work with the new systems, and then what tool and equipment's requirements, and then how to retrofit. So it's the retrofit procedure. Same retrofit procedure that we've developed within SAE, Society of Automotive Engineers, J3332. So it follows those same guidelines. So it's what and how.
Mm-hmm. And again, the when, we're starting this summer.
We are in action.
Expecting this summer.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's important. The SAE point's a good one because this isn't something we're doing independent of the rest of the industry. It's really important for us to make sure that when we develop these new, transformative refrigerants that meet all these criteria, that people know how to use it, they're comfortable, and that there are resources available. Chuck and I can talk to some people, but we need, more and more people getting the word out, explaining, getting the questions answered. We love answering questions, but these are processes that they're familiar with using, but that SAE has been great partners in terms of getting the other system manufacturers and machines and all the components ready for this transition so that the industry moves forward, not just independent companies.
Yeah. And I think that's an important point as well. So that people don't think this is you guys coming up with some new thing to find to create a solution to a problem that doesn't exist.
Right.
This is a solution to a problem that does exist and will continue to exist.
The number one question we get is, can we have options? Can you make more options for us to give us a choice? So this is in direct response to that. We want to be able to give alternatives and options. There isn't one, definitive answer to all of these challenges. Things evolve, regulations change. So everything that happens, we want to give as many options as we can for the market to choose what works the best for them.
Well, Adam and Chuck, thanks for joining us today, explaining a lot of things that people probably didn't even know they had questions about, but we'll find out soon.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Once again, today's episode has been sponsored by Orbia Floor and Energy Materials, a business unit of Orbia. Orbia is a global manufacturer of refrigerants, including Klea 134A, that's been in use for more than 30 years, as well as two next-generation refrigerants, Klea Edge 444A and Klea 456A, both composite blends that are a direct replacement for our 1234YF and R134A. Both available now on the market and coming soon in your market. Again, I'd like to thank my guests, Chuck Abbott and Adam Kimmel, for joining and sharing their expertise with us today. And I'd like to thank you, the listener, for tuning in. Check out other episodes of Shop Owner Solutions at Apple Podcasts, Google, Stitcher, Spotify, Facebook, or wherever fine podcasts are distributed. On behalf of all of us at Shop Owner, as well as our sponsor, Orbia, thanks again for listening. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.